It's that time again where we pug our way from 0 to 3K on a random spec that your boy has never played before. Now let's see what we land on for this season, which is the hardest season yet for sure. Blood Death Knight. I've never freaking tanked. What the hell do I know about tank? As I sat in my room as a new tank contemplating life, I decided to tap into my beautiful mind and create the best Mythic plus pug routes the World of Warcraft has ever seen. And with these routes, there's no freaking way your boy can't hit 3K. And now it's time to send it into my first key ever as a tank, a +2 necrotic wake. I made sure to let everybody know who I was and that I was in charge because I was the freaking tank. This is gonna blow. But it didn't. We ended up timing the key, and then the real test was gonna be a Siege of Borealis 4, where I made sure to make things crystal clear up front. We are gonna do this with Riz, and of course, with pure boom! Got it! I'm fully bricked. Fully hard. Keep going, I'm almost finished. Now let's f some scallywags and get that booty. Are you with me? And it's all over my screen. And after that nut-busting speech, I clearly showed that I have no idea what I'm doing as a tank, considering I wiped the group 3 times. And of course, after a wipe, did not wait for the healer and just kept getting my ass one-shotted by some stupid. And then on top of that, we make it to the final boss, way over time by the way, and I end up dying there as well, which makes us break the key. All my fault, of course. 37 deaths, but I would say it was arguably clean. First time here on Mythic, please let me know if there's any funny business. I'm the funny business, mother.
A few moments later.
My healer brother in, whose first time in here, I would hope he at least knew how the fight worked. Get over here! But bro tried to rescue me when we had to move. I don't know what that was, which then led to everybody dying and your boy having to nut up or bust up and clutch up his first solo boss experience as a blood DK. You're so hot. Find me on onlyfans.com/yourboydeath. I was hoping that the second boss would be a little bit cleaner of a fight. It was absolutely not. We still lost 2 people. It was a mess, but at least we downed it, kept morale high too. Then somehow literally on the hardest boss in the entire instance, we had no deaths. I don't know how to explain that to you, but that's just what happened. I'm flabbergasted as well. Final boss, everybody dies again. I hit the healer with a B-res because I think we could probably use them, and well, bye-bye. He did it with poor timing because that's just how pugs do it. And the pally and I end up surviving, so we end up somehow magically still being able to time this key with 19 deaths. Your boy Death is the hero.
You just make sure people know what happened here today.
From there, I decided to just push my key a bit, ended up getting up to a +8 Arakara, where, you know, everybody's here in a +8 Arakara for one damn thing. That's the sack brood. Then during this pool, this is my first chaotic pool experience ever. I still do not know what the frick happened here. Obviously we pulled the scarab is gonna go off, everything starts spawning, everything just turns into utter freaking chaos. Is this what it's like being a tank? Cause your boy's not really enjoying it. It's really pissing him off. I don't stand in the spirit link because why the hell would I do that? I'm more focused on trying to CC the damn thing. Yet, more ads keep coming in. I keep getting stressed. And obviously, I bet you could guess it, this leads to a wipe. Thankfully, we do end up timing my first +8 with this Arakara, and your boy got super lucky and pulled a sack brood. But not just one, we got 2. Damn! I am indeed death, and I am in need of a stone vault key, so I plug into this +5, thinking I'm a pretty big freaking deal now. I just timed my first +8. Watch out, son. But as any tank knows, when you see these little dwarf iron boys come on in, your butt puckers and you just pray for the best. And I was not prepared for this, and obviously got my shit shoved in. I am death. I am death. And overall, this key had a crap ton of deaths. As you can see, we had 36 total, and this group actually had no idea how the final boss worked at all, so I ended up soloing it all the way down to pretty much explain how to do the fight for them. They all definitely really understand how to do it now after seeing me do it correctly for a good 2-3 minutes before I actually downed the boss by myself. At this point, I'm at a 1298 rating. Got a long way before we hit 3K, and a long way to progress my skill as a tank. I continued to run keys and ended up in a city of threads where I asked everybody to take out because the night elf girls love a bee. And everybody basically had their yaks out except the shaman who's on a freaking mammoth. What the hell is that? Supremo's got a goddamn mammoth? He ain't got no yak? We're screwed. This is exactly the type of shit that happens when you ain't got no yak, Supremos. You die, you unk, you die again. And then that no yak energy ended up continuing into the second boss, where it just brought us down and brought down the entire yak boy army, and we all ended up freaking dying and having to reset on this goddamn boss.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And at this point, this run is feeling very similar. Like, we've been here, done this before, boys, and we very well may have actually been here, done this before in our previous City of Threads run, because once again, we clear the sloppy boy boss with no deaths and move on to the final boss, where we have far less deaths this time and end up actually finishing it with more than just me and the paladin alive. But deja vu really struck when we finished this +6 with 1 minute and 39 seconds left, which was exactly what happened last time. Now, I was running a ton of keys, and you guys haven't seen me do a GB yet, and this was a very important lesson that I learned, and that was that I have actually never kited a mob. And obviously, this boss is all about the kite and making sure the floor doesn't turn into complete lava. Although I had a pretty slick little timer on my screen, I still pretty much messed up the kiting and didn't really fully understand how it worked, and the priest buddy of mine tried saving me, but I said, hell no, buddy, I'm going right back in, because I am dead. Idiot. And yeah, we ended up breaking this key if you're curious. And screw up the kite once, shame on me, but screw up the kite twice, I ain't never gonna screw up the kite again. That's what it is. I ain't gonna get it wrong. So I sent a GB +8 later on, and I did not mess up that kite because I learned from my mistakes, and that is the most important lesson you can take out of this video. And as a newbie tank, of course, we were short on percentage on this run, so we had to go back after the last boss to finish it off, but we did still indeed time this key. And I've been running keys since the start of this season on this character, and I just finally got around to making the first video after doing all my guide videos, which you should definitely check out if you're interested in playing Enhancement Shaman or Holy Paladin this season. So I figured I would end it off with this +8 mist that we do end up timing, which rounded out another +8 for your boy. And by no surprise, the easiest key of the season was the cleanest key of my +8 journey thus far. And after timing that key, we are a 2231 rating and a 613 item level. And make sure that you punch that like button, kiss that subscribe button, and tickle my bell so you know when the next episode drops, and you can see if we end up timing our first +10 in the Dawnbreaker. And if you're curious to see how this usually goes and turns out, and if I actually ever hit 3K, you can check out last season's season finale right here, or you can check out one of my guides. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.